All right, Norma, I've known you for, I feel like forever, but today was truly one of the first time that we really got a chance to sit down and like have a good chat about what you've done and what's next and all that good stuff. So you are truly an accounting professional. I
Yeah.
mean, from your experience, very, very impressive. So let's go ahead and first talk about when you started with accounting. So I know you got your degree.
I
So tell me
did.
about that.
Well, I got my AS degree in 2011,
Uh-huh.
and I actually worked with CPAs back then, with Signature Stone Solutions. I did one-on-one with them. Daytona Brick and Stone, I dealt with them. I cleaned up 3 different businesses with one CPA. And then they're the ones that kind of primed me when working with the accountant or the CPA. It primed me to want to get my bachelor's degree. So I went back when COVID hit
Mhm.
and everything got shut down in 2020. As soon as that happened, I was enrolled back in college by June of 2020. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 2020. Enrolled back in there, got my bachelor's, and had it done by 2023.
So
So,
smart. That was just the
well, it
time
was the
to
best
do it.
time. I mean, unfortunately, it was a horrible time for a lot of people, but for
Mhm.
me, then it was like, I can't sit and wait. I don't know how long this is going to be. This will drive me crazy. I've got to do something. So I
Yeah.
wanted to finish my bachelor's degree.
All right. So let's fast forward. You get your bachelor's degree, and then what's next?
I went and worked for NASCAR,
Okay.
which was a staff accountant, and I worked with
Yep.
3 CPAs there.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was a contract,
Hmm.
which I knew that going in, which was
Okay.
fine because again, I just wanted to work with the CPAs, and even though it said contract, that doesn't mean they still can't hire you because it was
Sure.
contract temp to hire. So I did that, and I enjoyed working with them. But then at that point, my contract expired, so they didn't rehire.
Okay. So, and they do that often. I know that, you know exactly how they work. They bring people in for projects when it's
Right.
busy season. You were doing, the balance sheet reconciliation for 3 racetracks.
That's
Um,
for NASCAR.
yep.
No, that was for their main actual racing venues. Yeah, sorry,
Gotcha.
Talladega. I can't think of the names of the top of my head.
Homestead, Talladega, and,
There it is.
Daytona.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you did, you worked with Workday with them.
Oh yes. Mhm.
Okay. All right. And then,
They
but I mean,
mainly consist of spreadsheets. They're old fashioned, so they love their spreadsheets.
okay, Excel.
Yeah, lots of Excel, like 30 on one.
Okay. So your Excel skills, how would you
Advanced.
rate advanced? Pivot tables, VLOOKUP.
Oh yes. Oh
Okay.
yes.
All right. But I love the fact that you did a contract there because, getting your degree and then going out and, working for different companies was a great learning opportunity
Yes, it
for
was.
you, I'm sure,
Mhm.
to learn a little bit about that.
Yep.
So that assignment ends, and then you move over to Top Build, one of our other top employers here in Daytona. And
Mhm.
I feel like you gained a lot of experience at Top
I
Build.
did, yes, a
Okay.
lot.
And
Um,
you were AR there?
yeah, AR, I'm sorry, yes, accounts receivable clerk is what they labeled me as, but I did more than just that. I did notaries for their liens and, waivers and different things like that. Whatever needed to be done, I
Mhm.
did.
Okay.
So I did multiple tasks actually.
Yeah. All right. So,
But that's what they hired me for was the just mainly was to clean up and help with the AR department. But then I also started doing where I was doing the EPOs and like I said, lien waivers. And I would get with I worked in their billing department,
yep.
posting, different things like that as well.
Okay. And you were working in the AIA billing. We were talking about that a little
Yes.
bit off
Yep.
camera.
Yep.
Okay. Internal auditing, account
Yes.
reconciliation.
I had to make sure the books were correct.
Yep.
And would have to go in because they're nationwide.
Uh-huh.
So they were all over. So I'd have to go in and actually fix accounts, give
Mhm.
credits back if needed, make sure everything balanced
Mhm.
correctly. They had some, I'd have to go in and actually change some of the information, the pricing that was in it that was
Mhm.
not pulled over correctly when it was recreated and this and that. So
Mhm.
I cleaned
Gotcha.
up.
And then you were doing the balance sheet, the credit card reconciliations.
That part of it, I never had to do too
Oh,
much.
okay.
Just Sabrina handled that part of it. Yeah.
Okay. You were doing that at, where were you doing that?
That would have been, I did that at NASCAR and all my other previous
Oh,
jobs.
NASCAR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all in all, I mean, my goodness, you've been doing bookkeeping, payroll, accounting since 2011.
I've got about 21 years in experience of it.
Yeah.
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 Almost every
Okay.
job. Yeah. Cause even at High Rev Racing,
Hmm.
which was back in, I can't remember when it was, but that's when I started really doing it. So back in 2011, yeah, when I got my AS degree.
Yep.
But
Okay.
even before that, the jobs previously before that, I still ended up, it was at the time he had 3 different businesses. I want to say Volusia, it's not Volusia Brick and Stone. It's, he had 3 different businesses and I can't think of the name of it. If I had my old resume, I could show you, but basically that's where I worked with the CPA for the very first time before 2011, before I got my AS degree. And that's
Okay.
what promoted me to get my AS degree, was working with the CPA there, who
Gotcha.
handled 3 businesses.
Okay. So Signature Stone, what do they do?
Signature Stone Solutions was a granite fabrication. They installed granite countertops, tiles. They did a lot of like stone on the outside of the house, natural
Oh,
stone
yes,
quartz,
yes, yes. Okay.
everything that dealt with, anything to do with remodeling with quartz and granite, natural
Okay.
stones.
And you were there, gosh, about 9 years.
Oh, yes. And I was
Okay.
in control of everything. I did not have an assistant.
Okay.
So I did
You were doing it
everything.
all.
Everything
Okay.
except fabrication.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, and you've got QuickBooks too.
Oh,
You did
yes.
that at
I
Volusia Brick.
implemented Quick.
Okay.
Yep. I actually implemented QuickBooks at Elite Stone Imports. And I
Okay.
think that was in 2008. They had, because they have 2 different businesses. It was Prestige Granite Marble, and then it was Elite Stone Imports. And basically what they did is, because they were natural stone installers as well and fabricators, they purchased a building, which was Elite Stone Imports. And I would go through the broker in Brazil. I had a connection in Brazil that handled the brokerage part. So I handled all of that for them and would bring in the slabs so that customers could come over from the granite business and pick out their slabs. So they
Right.
also resell that material as well.
Mhm.
So I handled that whole building all by myself.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, your skill set, it caught my eye. I want to say it was probably about 2 years ago. It was the first time that we chatted, because I'm like, gosh, you should just do it all.
I
One question I did want to ask you, something typically in the construction world, and I can't remember if Top Build uses it. Did you ever work with Procore?
Procore. Why do I know that name?
No, that's okay.
It sounds
I
familiar to
stumped
me.
you. One thing, there's one
Yes,
thing.
I know. I'm sitting here going, I know I've heard this before, and I'm like, what
No,
is
that's
that?
okay. That's okay.
I'm not sure. What is that?
It's a construction software. A lot of
Okay, but
times,
see, now here's the thing: is they had separate, like for each one of the builders, because again they're nationwide. They had
yeah.
their own websites, so they'd have their own software on different ones that I'd have to deal with.
So
So
probably the PMs probably were using the Procore, but maybe it just where you were working, it wasn't coming over to your side, because there's obviously 2 sides of it. When
yeah,
someone
okay, no, ours was the ProVenue software, Job
per menu.
Closer,
Okay.
and EFL Manager,
Okay.
Workday, Microsoft Access.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Excel.
Oh, definitely Excel. Everything was
Yep.
still old school.
Oh yeah. Anyone comes from NASCAR, I know that they have got a stellar.
Yes, you kind of have to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we need to level up. We need to find a good position. You are going to be extremely easy to market to my clients. I already can think of 3 or 4 clients that would absolutely that be valued greatly with your skill set and experience. So I'm going to hang up now. Don't go anywhere though, because we've got
Okay.
other things to talk about. Hold on.